In 1999, you attended a comic conference in Ljubljana where idea of Bosnian Flat Dog first appeared. How do you perceive the effects of your work now, 12 years later?
It's been such a long period of work and different kinds of work, because it was one project in the beginning, it was a book, and then after the book came out, suddenly it became a film where the book had sort of played a part in the film, but the film is kind of different still. And I was working on the book, on the film, until I think 2 days ago or something. So it's still I'm very close to it. So I don't have a perspective really yet. I can't look at it from a distance.
How do you feel people here judge your work and how they react to your work?
I don't know if I can judge actually, because sometimes people who have really strong opinions will not come and tell me. I think because I got a lot of positive response, really.
Tito On Ice derives from Bosnian Flat Dog. Is it a variation of the previous story, or the continuation, or how you look at it?
I think it's something. It's the same elements as in the story, but it's from a different perspective suddenly, and from another level of reality. Maybe to explain that we were two artists, my friend Lars and I, who did this book together. And once the book was finished, we were invited to do a series of exhibitions in different places in Ljubljana, in Zagreb, in Belgrade, and also in Sarajevo, Mostar. And during this tour, we also just for ourselves documented this with a video camera. And afterwards, when I was looking at the material, I felt that it could be a film, so I started working on that, and I thought I would do that in a year maybe, and then after like 6 years I was suddenly finished. So it kept developing the whole time and going in different directions. Well, I was young when the punk movement started. I was like 17, 18, so I was at the right age. Yeah. So it was impossible not to be influenced by it, I would say. But I would agree with you that punk, what we today would think of as punk as a music form is kind of limited, I would say. I still like a lot of the bands, but for me, what I think is the most important thing, what I can really sympathize with, is the idea of punk as the idea of doing something really simple and doing something with very, very little means, no money, just using whatever material you have and do something, and maybe something that looks stupid, even just that a kind of deceptive stupidness, because if you look behind it, there's always in stupidity, what looks like stupidity, there's always something very true. These sets that I built for my film, I used almost 100% only garbage. It's amazing what kind of nice things you can make out of this very simple material.
Another question. I recently watched 100 Years. Do you see yourself as an artist in more of this introvertical way, that you are dealing mostly with your own inner tensions or anxieties, obsessions, or you perceive yourself as an artist who comments or mirrors the reality around him?
You can't separate these two things, because what you can do as an artist is to work only from yourself, because there's no other, actually you have no other choice, because if you want to be authentic, you have to talk about yourself, but if you do that really honestly, then it will mirror everything else.
What are you going to look for in the films competition? What do you hope to find this year on Animateka?
I have to confess that I'm not a very regular, viewer of animation. I don't really work hard to find stuff. It's more like accidental when I find something that I like. But so it's going to be very exciting to look at a lot of things, because to me, I'm sure lots of the artists who are making films who are now exhibited here are quite well known, but to me, they're probably totally new. So for me, it's all very fresh and interesting.